like the dirt fur. Caskets are airtight to keep out the worms. Full body goes grass, your heads don't care, and that's about it, cause you ain't going nowhere. Cemetery, mortuary,
a year and a half. No, we put
shovel standing by.
Out of camera.
There are leftover french fries.
No, because we're on out of time.
They're not for 40 either.
Mommy was crying.
Might have been after 4, to be fair.
It was after 4. We gave Naomi time to calm down.
Fair enough, fair enough.
Right, we'll put it.
But anyway, we're getting back into it. Naomi is here, but she is currently in...
Hi, I'm Cookie Masterson, and if you don't believe in mermaids, then what is this right here? Huh?
It's a live game, that's what we're doing.
Well, look at this triumvirate of brainiosity-ism-ness. Everybody's got their screws. If you think another player is clueless, screw them and make them answer immediately. If they miss it, you win extra cash. And today's wrong answer of the game is being brought to you by...
the 24-hour Wicker Store, because there's no telling when you'll need a Wicker fix.
Try to choose the wrong answer, brought to you by our sponsor, to get prizes and cash. Okay, let's get this show on the road.
Get ready, time for question.
Okay, to get things started, let's talk about sext.
This is absolutely a great game.
Which of these sext messages would a sexting sexton be most likely to send to his significant other? This church... Player 3, Player 2, you've been screwed! You got 5 seconds! Really? Player 3, way to work that screw! Want a little more money? Player 3, what were you thinking there? Player 1, a sexton is a church official responsible for maintaining the church property and performing related duties, such as digging graves. Yeah, and I bet he likes to do it in the rectory.
I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do.
That's a sexton, right?
Take a good look at. Sure, the Vice Lords are dangerous, but can they dance? And you just wandered into dis or dat territory. Player 2, you seem to be behind a bit. This dis or dat is all yours. I'm going to read off 7 names, and for each one, I want you to tell me if it's a gang listed on the FBI's National Gang Threat Assessment, or a boy band. If it's a gang, press the square button. If it's a boy band, press the circle button. Now, the rest of you need to hear this. Make your selections before Player 2, because if Player 2 gets it wrong, everyone who got it right will split the winnings. Alright, let's get started. Backstreet Boys, 10 Mile Boys, D-Boys, Pop It Off Boys, Boyzone, Hot Boys, Star Boys. You did pretty badly there.
Yeah, I did.
I'm sick of boy bands getting all the attention over girl groups. I mean, what's NSYNC got that One Direction doesn't? Those girls are talented and attractive.
That's true.
Dance with me, Disco 3.
How about just trolling? Why were the 3 Billy Goats gruff so gruff? It's not easy being a baby goat. It's not easy being a lady goat. It's not easy being a boy goat. Or it's not easy being a castrated goat. Player 2? Ow. Player 3? Interesting choice. Player 1? A billy goat is a male goat. It's not easy, especially since goats don't wear pants and everyone can see your billy goat stuff.
thought Casper
Say hello to Over Easy in 60 seconds.
Okay.
So recently, I've switched over to only eating cage-free eggs. I was just feeling so guilty about eating eggs from an animal that wasn't allowed the simple luxury of moving around a few inches in a hot, crowded barn all day. In fact, I've been thinking I should extend my cage-free policy to other things in my life, like movies. So tell me, if I only wanted to consume Nicolas Cage-free movies, what film would it be okay for me to watch? Adaptation? Alright, player 2, let me know who's getting screwed. You're screwed, player 3. 5 seconds to pick an answer.
We get to answer, right?
No. Player 2, you handle that screw very well. Time to twist the knife. The correct answer is Nick Cage was an adaptation, Kick-Ass and The Wicker Man, but The Expendables 2 is Nicolas Cage-free, making it fine for me to watch.
A Nicolas Cage film.
I know going Nicolas Cage-free is the moral thing to do, but I'm gonna have to find some way to supplement my life with all the random screaming I'm missing.
I know that. What I mean is,
Players 1 and 2? No, not the Wicker Man! But you can be a Wicker Man or lady with a pair of wicker socks from the 24-hour Wicker store. A tisket, a tasket, your feet will feel like they're in a basket. This wrong answer, the game has netted you an extra 4,000. Congratulations.
Wait, so you're actually just a fucking idiot. Twice.
Try this on for size. Kangaroo, Peanut, Albert Einstein, or Uranus?
Kangaroo, Peanut, Albert Einstein, or Uranus.
You didn't know what 20 was.
Seen on the cover of the Beatles' Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band album. Kangaroo, Peanut, Albert Einstein, or Uranus? Players 1 and 2? While many celebrities and world leaders grace the cover of the iconic album cover, Einstein can barely be seen over John's right shoulder. Although, to be fair, if you squint, Ringo sort of looks like a kangaroo. Player 3? That answer has a hole in it. That's round 1, and player 1 is ahead, and with a nice little wad of cash to boot. Remember, in round 2, every question is worth double. Don't forget about your screws. We don't want them getting rusty. Open wide for Buzzkill Feed. What would be included in a BuzzFeed article, 12 people who are totally named Buzz? A gif of the first person to walk on the moon, a gif of the second person to walk on the moon. Players 1 and 2?
Oh, no.
Buzz Aldrin was the second person to walk on the moon after Neil Armstrong. You also might find him in the BuzzFeed article, 15 people who wanted to murder Neil Armstrong. Player 3?
Question 7. Get up and shake your monkey bang.
Let's try When You Wish Upon a Dead Shriveled Hand.
Oh, see, I didn't even read the other ones.
Suppose instead of wishing on a star, Geppetto made a wish using the monkey's paw from the famous short story. What might happen to Pinocchio? He'd come to life for 24 hours, then revert back to a puppet. He'd come to life, then Geppetto would get 6 more wishes. He'd come to life, but there would be terrible consequences, or he would... Players 1, 2, and 3? In the short story The Monkey's Paw, a couple is given a magical monkey's paw that grants wishes, but every wish comes at a terrible price. That's why I never trust monkeys with wishes. If I ever hire a monkey, it's to dress up in a tuxedo, play the cymbals, and eat bugs out of my hair. That's
I was
it.
like, literally, A or B would it be fine?
Because it's meant to backfire on you.
Coming up, let's get ready to crumble.
Let's get ready.
Okay, for this next question. Oh great, the lights went out. We could be here for a while. Luckily, I always keep a flashlight, bottled water, and a giant bag of fortune cookies.
What happened there?
Okay, let's see what she says.
I don't know.
It's better to have
You can
a
do to
bottle
fix
in
that.
front of me than a frontal lobotomy. Yeah, obviously. But for which of these characters is this advice too late? Player 1, who's getting... Player 2, you're screwed. You got 5 seconds to pick an answer. That's how you screw Player 1. Why not pick up a few more bucks? Players 1 and 3?
Yeah.
At the end of One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, McMurphy is lobotomized before being mercifully suffocated
So
by
can I
the
just
chief. Spoiler
was
alert
great,
for a
but
1975
it was
movie.
Okay, Cookie, the power is back on.
Cuckoo's next.
Cookie?
That's the only other lobotomy
Cookie, I'm right behind you, Bob. Cookie, don't try to suffocate me with a pillow again. You're lost.
Here's one I like to call Wile E. Conspiracy.
Sucker punch.
Sucker punch.
Suppose Wile E. Coyote is chasing Roadrunner around the Texas School Book Depository building. If he falls out the window from where Lee Harvey Oswald allegedly shot John F. Kennedy, what will you hear? 3 floors worth of a falling sound, then a thunk. 4 floors worth of a falling sound, then a crash. 5 floors worth of a falling sound, then a thud. Or 6 floors worth of a falling sound, then a kerplunk. No. Player 3?
Remember?
Were you thinking of this one? The totally accurate and untainted Warren Report claimed that Lee Harvey Oswald shot Kennedy from the 6th floor of the Texas School Book Depository building. Of course, witnesses claim they saw a completely different coyote fall off the grassy knoll down the street, and the Warren Report still stands by the ridiculous single anvil theory.
Just you.
Take a stab at cinephile dysfunction.
I appreciate it, thanks.
Let's say some old guy pops a Viagra and then sits down to watch an insanely long porno. According to the official Viagra website, at what point should he immediately call a doctor if he still has an erection? The 2-hour mark of Dong with the Wind? The 4-hour mark of Dr. Javag-O? The 6-hour mark of Apocalypse Now? Player 1. Come on, it's not that hard. Players 2 and 3? The official Viagra website states that if you have an erection that lasts over 4 hours, you should call a doctor immediately. Hey, it's clear that the old guy from the question isn't me, right? It's some other person.
Excuse me?
Yeah, just totally not me. And that's why it's funny, because it's a completely different person who doesn't resemble me at all. That's good. That's good writing.
Excruciating erection before you die.
Brace yourself for the attack. When you see 2 clues that match, press the X button. 2,000 if you're right. 2,000 gone if you're wrong. And don't forget,
Remember the clue.
it's gotta be a match that fits this clue. Oh, hey, did I ever mention I killed my own brother? Sometimes brothers just don't get along. Good luck.
Oh my god, that's lit.
And just like that.
What?
When the word lines up to what the word in the middle is.
I was
The big word is the thing that's like, excuse me? Okay. I was like, excuse me.
That makes sense.
Player 1 with the win! Well, player 1, you ended up with a really comfortable lead this time out. Comfortable like a pair of Dad's old slippers. Players 2 and 3, you just smell like Dad's slippers. And don't forget what your father taught you.
You don't know Jack!
Are we done?
I said when Pokemon is that.
So there's no Alphonse?
Hi, I'm Cookie Masterson, and I'm here to tell you that the book is never better than the movie. All books are terrible. Welcome, you three. I bet this is the highlight of your day. There's your hardware. You can force another player to answer immediately by hitting your screw button. If they miss it, you win extra bonus dollars. And the wrong answer of the game is brought to you by
Indoor sunglasses. Why wear normal outdoor sunglasses when you're trying to look cool indoors? Why, it's two totally different things.
If you happen to find our sponsor's wrong answer of the game, you'll be rewarded with big prizes and cash. So let's get to it.
We can just play that.
First question. Waiter, there's a fly in my ascending colon. Say a coroner were to perform an autopsy on the dead body of the old lady from the children's song, There Was an Old Lady Who Swallowed a Fly. What disgusting thing would he probably not find after cutting her stomach open? Partially digested spider bits, chewed up dog chunks, saliva-covered pig parts, or horse remains? Player 1, watch the time. Player 1. Any last words? Not too late. Player 2. You mean like you would find a jar of peanut butter? True story. I read an article. Player 3. In the poem, the old lady swallows a spider, a dog, and a horse. Also a bird, a cat, a goat, and a cow. And then she dies. But she never swallows a pig. Because after all, she is still a lady.
Oh, Mama, gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. Tell you so.
I've never heard that one.
And now, it's all fun and games till someone loses a tooth. And it's a dis or dash. Player 2, you need the most help, so this dis or dat is just for you. I'm gonna read off 7 names, and for each one, tell me if it's a Rubik's Cube spin-off toy, you know, like Rubik's Tower, a Colgate toothbrush, or both. If it's a Rubik's toy, press the square button. If it's a Colgate toothbrush, press the circle button. And if you think it's both, press X. The rest of you ought to pay attention.
See yourself go.
Lock in your answers before player 2 does, and if player 2 gets it wrong, I'll split that cash among everyone who got it right. Alrighty then, here it comes. Twist! Snake! 360! Evolution! Wave! Void! Wisp! I'm afraid you have dumbgivitis.
Just continuously go up to you.
The Rubik's Cube actually gave me a great solution for all my unfortunate dental problems. White stickers over my teeth.
Dance with me, Disco 3.
Here we have music to get lucky to. Why do those two guys in the band Daft Punk wear those giant helmets? To hide their... Player 2? Player 2? Did you want to do that to yourself? I only ask because most people like to keep their cash. Let's try to forget that ever happened. Players 1 and 3? I think you know it's coming. It was begging to be picked. Thomas Bangalter and Guy Mama de who French stuff blah 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 of Daft Punk are French. And I haven't actually seen their faces, but they must be weird, right? Anyone whose face you never see, gotta have a super weird face. And I should know. Why not try Area 151? Suppose U.S. government scientists got confused during the Manhattan Project and instead of an atomic bomb, developed a giant Manhattan. What might the newspaper headlines have read when the weapon was being tested in Nevada? Nevada's Player 3, where's Player 1? You've been screwed. You got 5 seconds to pick an answer. Huh? Player 3, that turned out to be a great screw. Why not grab a few more bucks while you're at it? Player 3.
Whoa.
Player 2. A Manhattan is a drink made with whiskey, vermouth, bitters, and a cherry. I say make drinks, not war. Although another couple drinks and I may want to fight someone. Coming up next, 15-year-old spoiler alert. What part of the film The Sixth Sense is its denouement? When you find out he was dead the whole time? When he's shot hinting he'd be dead the whole time? The credits after you learn he was dead the whole time? Or it didn't have one, but he was dead the whole time? Players 1 and 2? I suspect you've been dead this whole time. Player 3? The denouement of a story is when the various plot threads are drawn together and explained or resolved, like the reveal at the end of The Sixth Sense, when you learn that Bruce Willis was dead the whole time. And if you get to this game's denouement, you'll find out I've been dead this whole time. Right, Bob?
Did anyone hear a noise from the sound booth? The old abandoned one that hasn't been used since the 90s? Nobody? Must have just been my imagination.
That's all we got for round 1. And player 3 is in the lead, at least for the moment. Don't forget, in round 2, all the cash is doubled. And lest you forget, keep an eye out for the wrong answer to the game. It's still out there. Let's see what's in store. May I introduce... You don't know Jackman. Say Hugh Jackman wanted to increase his value as an actor by altering his hue. In color terms, what would increase his value the most? Lightening the hue of his skin, darkening the hue of his hair, intensifying the hue of his eyes? Player 2? Honest mistake. Here's what you meant to pick. Value is defined as the relative lightness or darkness of a color or hue. The more light the color, the higher the value. But I don't think Hugh Jackman should lighten his skin. I mean, I like him a lot, but that dude is already one of the whitest people in the world. Enough is enough. Players 1 and 3? There's only one shade to this answer, the wrong shade. Which is great for you because you've just won this pair of indoor sunglasses from Indoor Sunglasses. Indoor sunglasses are not for outdoor use. If worn outside for periods longer than 3 minutes, sunglasses may melt in the sun and fuse to your eyes permanently. Do not use indoor sunglasses if you have a history of epilepsy or are pregnant or nursing. Please consult with your doctor to find out if indoor sunglasses are right for you. This wrong answer to the game comes with a bundle of cash worth $8,000. Congratulations.
Question 7. Yeah, shake your monkey bang.
Up next, buying donuts at Whole Foods. And your money hole will get an extra 1,000 for a right answer.
It's the put the choices into order, then buzz in and see if you are right.
Put these things in order of fewest to most holes. The Masters Tournament, a recorder, Clyde Barrow's corpse. Recorder, the Masters, Clyde Barrow, recorder, the Masters, recorder, Clyde Barrow, the Masters, or the Masters, Clyde Barrow, recorder. Player 1.
Swing and a miss.
Player 3. Congratulations, not. Player 2. A recorder has 7 holes. Clyde Barrow of Bonnie and Clyde officially had 17 bullet holes. And the Masters tournament, the entire golf tournament, has 72 holes. That just earned you an extra $1,000. I've actually been shot 17 times myself, yet I still keep going back to Florida. This one's called Symbol Simon. Which of these famous emblems resembles a letter in the Norwegian alphabet? Batman's Player 1, who do you want to screw? Believe it, Player 3, you're screwed. You got 5 seconds to answer. The Ghostbusters symbol has a ghost peeking through a circle with a line through it, which is called an O/ in the Norwegian alphabet. There's even an O/ in the Norwegian word for ghost. The people of Norway are truly ikke redd for nuanspøkelser. Player 1, you are now the screwy.
I read the question as quick as I can, and then I was like,
Here's one for you.
And then I was like,
the angle of my dangle. So, for this next question, you're going to need a protractor, a slice of pimento loaf, and...
Oh, pardon me, ma'am.
Old man? Why don't you look where you're going? What the hell are you doing here?
Oh, sorry, Corky. I was just lost in thought. There's this thing I just can't remember. It's on the tip of my...
Tongue?
No, thanks. I just ate.
What's that thing? Who's that fella? Where's that screwly up doodly doo? It's Foggy Facts with old man.
Screwly up doo. I forget.
Alright, old man, let's see if we can help. Who is it that you can't remember?
Not who, son. What? See, I can picture it, but it's kinda cloudy. You know, like my dead eye. Let's see. It was a show on the TV. I think it was about some police people. There was a pretty blonde gal in it. And the sergeant fella used to be in outer space. What was that show?
Is it Hill Street Blues, NYPD Blue, TJ Hooker, or Adam 12? Players 1 and 3. Player 2. Was it TJ Hooker, old man?
Yes! Oh boy, that was it! Yep, my favorite show, TJ Hooker, starring William Shatner.
That's Shatner, old man. Shatner.
Oh, I'm sorry, Corky. Can you smell it?
Smell what? What do you...
Gotta go change my nappy. See you later.
Next up, a woman needs a man like a catfish needs a bicycle. Who gets catfished in the French play Cyrano de Bergerac? Cyrano, Babette, Christian, or Roxanne? Players 1 and 3. There's no one named Babette in Cyrano de Bergerac. Player 2. Catfishing is wooing someone, usually over the internet, with a false identity. In Cyrano de Bergerac, giant-nosed Cyrano uses his words but Christian's handsome face to woo the unsuspecting Roxanne. It's a great play. I want to watch it with my internet girlfriend Claudia, but she still can't afford to visit me. I guess I'll have to send her more money.
Roxanne.
I don't know if I could get.
Welcome to the attack. When you see 2 clues... Okay, if that's how you want it, here's the clue. You only live forever once. What made these people immortal? Good luck.
You only live forever once.
One more. Is that Indiana Jones? Yes.
I was like, could it have been you chose Clearly because he said
Player 3 takes the win!
You
may have won Player 3, but I wouldn't quit my day job if I were you. In fact, I'd consider getting a second job. Maybe in sales. Yeah, that'd be perfect for you, because...
You don't know Jack! I thought you were selling.
So I've been laughing at you being negative 20,000 when you fucking